What's going on, YouTube fam? Today I want to go over my top 10 pickups for 2022. Before I go over the countdown, get over the list and go over all the shoes that I picked up this year that made the top 10. If you're new to my channel, your first time just stumbling across one of my videos, welcome. I hope you enjoy it. While you're here, hit the subscribe button, click that notification bell for me. If you are on any social media outlets like Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff, give me a follow. You can find me. I am at iAMTMCII, and if you enjoy my countdown in the video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. Really goes a long way. All right, so just like at the end of every year, we usually all get together and we make a video of the top 10 pickups or top however many pickups for the year, and we share with you guys. And here are actually some honorable mentions. So these are the shoes that I picked up that I thought were worth mentioning, but they didn't make my top 10. I like to kind of challenge myself and really narrow it down to like my top 10 pickups. So these are like all the honorable mentions, the ones that I thought were worth mentioning, because I picked up way more shoes than this and the ones that made the top 10. But I think that these are some really dope shoes that dropped this year that I thought was worth mentioning, just to give a nod to like, man, these almost made the list. You got the Kobe's. Shout out to Nike, Vanessa, for doing something for Kobe and Gigi. Still rest in peace to everybody who lost their lives that tragic day. You got the Passport Pack with Union. You got the Supreme Dunks. I'm a huge Supreme fan, for those who don't know. So when they drop some Dunks, I had to scoop those up. Union release of the 2s, probably one of the most craziest releases of the year, with the charges with the bank and issues with checking out. That whole process just was unforgettable. But they still dope shoes, and I love 2s. These infrared 4s, I thought this was like a really dope GR that came out this year. The undefeated Air Force 1s, really clean. That colorway kind of giving a nod to the OG undefeated Dunks. One of my favorite shoes is a like nostalgic. Penny was one of my favorite players, watching him back in the day, and this OG colorway, these almost made the list. And then you got the general purpose shoes. I thought these were really dope too, both of these colorways. Wear them a lot, and I can't wait to beat them up a little bit more. But like I mentioned, these are just the honorable mentions. They came close to making the list. I had some other ones, but I didn't want to fill the table up with a ton of shoes. I really tried to, like I said, force myself to keep it to, just a few honorable mentions. So now that that's out of the way, let's jump into the countdown. We're gonna start off with number 10. So coming in at number 10 goes to New Balance and Joe Fresh Goods, the collaboration on the 9060 silhouette. These are part of the Inside Voices. I thought that this colorway, this Penny Cookie Pink, was a dope colorway. The shoe, this was like when they first kind of introduced that 9060 silhouette. Just the shoe, the color, the comfort, the whole story and everything behind these, I thought were really dope. New Balance has did a really good job this year with a lot of their collaborations. The colorways they've been dropping, the comfort, the materials, everything has just been top notch, and I've been really pleased with the direction New Balance has been coming with. Just the different designers and people that they have been selecting to do collaborations with, and just the product and everything overall. This is not too much of a headache to really get the shoes. I guess that's because the hype, or a lot of people really aren't into New Balance, like talking about. There's a nice little community and crowd that support New Balance, but for the most part, the New Balance collaboration and releases have been fairly easy to get my hands on, and I'm a huge fan of like colorways and comfort. And once these came out, I was like, yeah, these definitely gonna probably be on my top 10 list. And they actually were higher up on the list, but some other later releases in the year kind of bumped these down. But this is number 10 on the list. Like I said, these are the collaboration with Joe Fresh Goods and New Balance on your 9060. This is number 10. Coming in at number 9 goes to the Denim Jordan 1s, and this might be a shocker to a lot of people. I don't even know if this one probably made a lot of people's list. they've had some leaked photos years ago of a Denim Jordan 1, and nobody knew that like they were gonna be a woman's colorway, a male colorway, or whatever. But when these came out, you know, there was as a woman's colorway, but I didn't care. I ended up getting exclusive access, and which is crazy because of my sneakers app account is set up for a male, but they gave me exclusive access for these because they came in extended sizes, and I scooped them up. I always was a fan of that Denim Jordan 1 look when it had leaked photos years and years ago, and then once they came out and said, hey, it's gonna be a women's colorway, I was like, I really don't care. I could still fit them, and I'm gonna go ahead and get them and put my hands on them, and having exclusive access that helped either, you know, easily make my decision. The thing is, it seemed like with these being like a women's colorway, you know, they're pretty much sitting on some sites. They keep restocking. Seem like whoever really want them could really get their hands on them. I don't really care too much if it's a women's colorway, male's colorway, or whatever. If the color is dope and I could fit it, I'm gonna go ahead and cop it. I don't really care too much about the women's colorway versus men's colorway. I love sneakers. So like I said, when these came out, saw photos, I'm a huge fan of the Jordan 1, and this whole light blue denim jean look is just amazing how they did it on these. And I thought that these were really, really, really dope once they came out. So the Denim Jordan 1s, number 9 on the list. Coming in at number 8 goes to your Jackie Robinson Nike Dunk Lows. I thought these were amazing when I saw them, and just to see that, you know, Nike is kind of honoring him, 75 years of him breaking a barrier, entering, you know, the baseball league and being one of the first blacks to play baseball, and just kind of just a nod and homage and just respect and everything to that. I like when Nike usually do like little things just to kind of honor people, and I thought that these was really cool. Have a lot of the sayings from a speech he gave. You know, he don't really care about the respect and all that other stuff. He just wants you to treat him as a human being. You know, that time of the year, you know, with racism and everything still being, you know, like an issue, and it still is today. But you know, he really had to deal with it a lot, and he just wanted to, you know, just treat me as a human being, regardless of my skin color. Treat me as a human being. The materials on these were dope. Kind of had like that felt kind of material from the old school jerseys. Got the little saying from the speech kind of written in different shapes and sizes all over the shoe. The materials dope. Mini swoosh on the toe box. So even when they do little new things and little things to a silhouette, I always love when Nike do that too. So putting the swoosh on the toe box, just the materials, the color, the laces kind of have like the stitching pattern on the baseball. I thought that these were real dope, real cool. So here you guys go, the Jackie Robinson Dunks. Coming in at number 7, we have another New Balance collaboration. This time it's with designer Salehi V2s on your New Balance 990. This is the V2 silhouette. These are from the Sand Be the Time theme. This is another shoe. When I saw colorways and saw like the whole rollout for the shoes, and you know, looking on Salehi's Instagram page and seeing photos and everything, I thought that these were dope. The colorways inspired by like when the sun's going down in the sand in Utah. I just, like I said, the colorways usually would draw me to the shoe, and then seeing like the nice materials that they have on here, just like majority of New Balance, they usually come with some really nice quality product materials, and the comfort's there also. So you got a dope colorway, you got a collaboration, and you have the materials and comfort. So it's almost like a no-brainer. And like I mentioned earlier, you know, New Balance has really been doing their thing, killing it with the collaborations, the releases. Seem like the colorways and a lot of stuff, they really making some real traction in the sneaker community right now. And like I said, these came out late in the year, and I had to do some readjusting of my list to actually squeeze these in. Once I saw them in hand, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta squeeze these in the top 10 just because I think they're like really, really dope shoes. So here you guys go. These are the Salehi V2s, Sand Be the Times 990 V2s, at number 7 on the list. All right, guys, coming in at number 6, you have your Travis Scott MX1s. Travis and Nike, they collaborated again. This time on your MX1 silhouette, there were actually 2 other colorways. They have that Saturn colorway, and they had a friends and family exclusive that just kind of released only on Travis website, I believe. And believe it or not, of all the 3 colorways, this is still probably my favorite. Even if I don't have the friends and family pair, but I have the Saturn pair. But all 3 colorways, this one is my favorite regardless. Just something about the way that that brown just ties all the way into this. I think the colors just come together nice. Signature backward swoosh on here. And I love MX1s. My favorite MX silhouette is the MX1. So you got that, then you got with Travis, one of the artists I like and support. So when I saw these like long time ago, when they had when they initially dropped, like at the I want to say at the Astroworld Fest, when they had the tragic incidents, Nike and Travis, I guess once a lot of the lawsuits and stuff kind of settled out, they decided to, you know, kind of start releasing shoes again. So it seemed like, you know, he's okay. He apologized enough, and, you know, it's sad what happened. But I think a lot of people do kind of understand some of that was out of his hands, and he was able to control some of it. But I think, you know, for the most part, most people forgiving him, seeing that a lot of his shoes released this year and he sold out. So I'm a huge fan, like I said, of Travis and of the MX1. So these had to make the list, but these came in at number 6, the MX1 collaboration with Travis Scott. All right, guys, we're at the halfway mark. We're at number 5, which it goes to the iAMTMCII Jordan 4s. A lot of people had this shoe, their shoe of the year and higher up on the list. I thought that the shoe is dope. The material's nice, the colorway's different. But I feel like the color blocking, they could have did a little bit more. Wish this was like maybe black. Wish that they came with some other laces. They didn't. You just got this one like violet, or I think that was the colorway. The whole shoe is just this one colorway. So it's a dope shoe. The whole messaging behind it, you know, by leaders in the community of black and brown skin tone, making a change and a difference in the community and in the world. I love that, love the materials, but I felt like they could have did a lot more to the shoe. So that's why I kind of put it at the halfway mark. I went back and forth for where I wanted to have it land. I know it wasn't my number 1 once I had them in hand, but I knew it was gonna make my list just because the Jordan 4 is one of my favorite Jordan silhouettes, definitely a top 3 silhouette of mine. So that, the material, James, and everything he's been doing with iAMTMCII, I just feel like, you know, I had to support them, support him. And I don't know, like I said, I'm a fan. The materials and everything, these were really dope. You got the Nike Air treatment. It's a nice shoe, but like I said, I just felt like it was missing something to make it really pop and stand out to me and be higher up on my list. But here they are, the iAMTMCII Jordan 4s. These are number 5 on the list. We're coming in at number 4, goes to the Nike SB and Concepts collaboration. These are your orange lobsters. Concepts and Nike, whenever they team up and do pretty much anything, Concepts usually knock it out the park. When it comes to collaborations with Nike and doing something that really hit on everything, Concepts usually knock stuff out of the park. And the orange lobsters, just like all the other color lobster themes, always do really well. The whole theme, you got these extremely rare lobsters in different colors, and orange is actually a rare lobster color. You can Google it, look it up. And they made a colorway to kind of resemble that whole rare lobster theme, and that's why they make the shoes so limited and rare. They get your rubber bands like on the claws when you see in the tank. You got the tablecloths for whenever you're out having picnics and stuff, eating lobsters with the family. I just think that these are dope. I'm a huge Dunk fan, and the lobster whole collection is just amazing to me. It's definitely an eye catcher. And it's always one of those sought afters and one of the shoes to have in your collection if you can try and get your hands on it. So your Lobster SBs are in at number 4. Coming in at number 3. We're almost done, y'all. Thank y'all for sticking around with me for this long, but we got a couple more to go. All right, so number 3 goes to the Jordan 1 Low and Zion collaboration. I thought these were the best Jordan Low to release this year. I know we had some Travis Scott low tops, but I honestly think that these are better than the Travis's, only because like you have so many different materials. You got like the mini swoosh on here, the whole voodoo theme with him playing in New Orleans, and you know, voodoo, people practicing voodoo and witchcraft. You know, it's supposed to be like a thing. The voodoo dolls, upside down stuff. You got, I don't know, I just thought that these were executed really, really nice. The materials are different. You got these rope kind of style laces. I don't know, these are really dope. And I'm a fan of Jordan 1s, high tops, low tops, mids. I love the Jordan 1 silhouette. The whole color blocking, everything on these were really dope. And then, you know, Zion's, you know, he's doing his thing too, you know. So I'm a supporter of Zion. I love J's. And just this whole colorway, I just feel like it's a really unique, different Jordan 1. You don't usually see a lot of this type of stuff on a Jordan 1. And you got the Nike Air treatment. You don't have the Jumpman on the tongue. I like the Jordan 1 lows with the Nike Air on the tongue more than the Jumpman, just because of the tongue is a little weird to me on those. But it's your own preference, for, you know, to each his own. But like I said, you got these different laces, upside down Nike Air on here, the Jumpman's upside down, lift this up. You got Sing on the back. You got the voodoo on here. I don't know, I just thought that these were really, really dope and nice. So these are number 3 on the list, your Jordan 1 lows with Zion Williamson. All right, coming in at number 2 goes to another collaboration with Concepts and Nike. These are your MX1. These are the heavy from the whole Woodstock homage and just paying tribute to that whole era back then. I thought, like I mentioned earlier, Concepts just nailed it. They nailed it out the park whenever they do collaborations, and they think of so many little bitty things when they do collaborations. That's what they did. You had the little signs on here. I had to do some research and find out, like, that was the signs on the tickets for back in Woodstock for that weekend event. The denim has like with the baggy denim and stuff what everybody was wearing. You had the guitar pick for some of the artists that were playing. It was out on a big old foam, so you had the cow hide to kind of pay homage to the cows and the animals out there, the leather for like the saddles on horses. That whole era with the threaded material, people wearing bandanas, the mud speckling on here because it was outside and muddy. It seems like everything they could think about, you know, they thought about, and they tied it in and put it into one shoe, and they absolutely nailed it. These came out earlier in the year, and when they came out, I had this like, man, it's gonna be really hard to beat this shoe. I knew this was gonna be like at least in my top 3 for when these first came out, and I put my hands on them. There were 2 other colorways, but of the 3 colorways, I think that this heavy colorway is probably my favorite. Something with the camel print and the camel print on the side just makes it look better, and that stone wash denim just looked real dope to me. And then like no, you know, 2 pair shoes are the same. Like some people had a darker denim like all in the toe box, so you got different shoes, you know, the same shoe, but they use different materials on each shoe, so no 2 shoes should look the same, which is really, really dope, man. Like I said, you got corduroy, you got denim, you got cowhide. Like, this shoe was just amazing to me. They did a really good job. Like I said, it almost came in number 1, but this is up there. This is my number 2 pickup of the year, and it goes to Concepts MX1. And my number 1 pickup for 2022, probably is no secret, goes to the Lost and Found Chicago 1. I know a lot of people probably guessed it, as I started going through the list, and you didn't see this one on the countdown yet, probably could guess that this was number one. Like on all my social media profile pics, I have a Chicago one. You know, on my profile pic, it's my favorite Jordan 1 colorway, color blocking, hands down ever of all time. Way before the Jordan 1 hype and craze and all that stuff. This is my favorite colorway and silhouette on the Jordan 1. This shoe could release a million times and I cop this shoe every time it released. The whole vintage kind of lost and found theme, I thought that they did a really good job selling that. You know, they have the cracking on here, the aged look on the shoe. You get the 2 set of laces. I like black laces best in my Chicago one, so you could, if you don't like that, you could change the laces out. You got the aged midsole. Your box came with like a mismatch box lid, the materials, everything I felt like were really, really dope on here. Storytelling with an old receipt in the box, the newspaper clippings. I thought that they did a really good job with these. And like I said, this is my favorite colorway. So when these came out, I knew it was gonna be hard to beat this shoe as far as my top pickup. I don't know what other shoe could have came out that was gonna make me put something above this one. But I just knew this was gonna be my number one. Like I said, it's one of my favorite silhouettes and colorways of all time. And regardless that it's an old colorway that came out a million times. I know some people have their own rules for how they do their top 10s, but at the end of the day, it's really my list. So I get to make my own rules for how I wanna, you know, decide what I get to put on the list and what I don't. It's what you like at the end of the day. So with that said, let me know what you guys think of my countdown, my top 10. Let me know what some of your top pickups were this year of my list. You know, what would you have rearranged, or what are you surprised you didn't see in the list, or whatever. You know, I usually like replying to you guys and talking to you guys down in the comment section. So we'll wrap it up here, man. I really appreciate all the love and support I got this year. I'm gonna continue to put out material for you guys in 2023. Look forward to sharing more videos with you guys. Happy New Year's to everybody. Happy holidays, all that good stuff. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you in 2023. Thanks for watching. Peace.